Barrie house sales went up by 26% in October, Mark. 26%.
Transactions over last year, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, that's good. And in this video, we're going to cover off where we've seen the bulk of those transactions. So that's going to be quite curious to the viewer to see what's moving on in inventory. We go to some inventory levels. I think that's the biggest jump we've seen all year, year over year.
It is.
Oh, is it safe to say the rate hikes are doing rate hikes? Fuck. The rate decreases are getting some traction? Probably.
Well, it's got to be.
Gotta be. So, because prices aren't dropping huge. So I'm
They're
not saying
dropping a bit, but not huge.
not huge. Inventory's up. So anyway, so I think that's a step in the right direction. So if anyone's thinking of about moving next year or this year or wants a free home evaluation, click the links right at the beginning of our description. We'll be happy to help you out. So pull up the numbers and let's go through them.
You're gonna freak out.
Well, I'm happy. Usually I'm always the one negative.
Yeah, you're the negative Nelly in the room.
Yeah, pretty much.
So our sales were 192 this year, 142 last year.
Mm. Okay, 26%. Okay.
And if we see we were at minus 23, minus 9, minus 18, then we were up 4.5, and now we're up 26.
Yeah. Yeah. And where on the year are we, Dan? On the year? Give
So
or
on
take?
the year, 1959 last year, 1902 this year, down 2.9.
So we could be flat. We could, if November comes out okay, even makes a little bit, we could even surpass in transactions by year end. Come
Well, you know what's interesting to me?
achievable.
Well, listen, the trend to me, this is what's interesting. Inventory levels in June, 36% more. July, 34% more. August, 27% more. September, 21%. Now we're down to 15% more. The inventory levels are starting to get closer and closer,
We
which
need,
means they're going down.
they're going down. And I think we'll see another decrease in November because this, you know, October, again, we were surprised at the amount of inventory that we saw listed in October, November. There's lots of product. We're going, why? So, maybe again, are
But we're
people,
seeing a downward trend in it. And it's the same with year-to-date sales, 7.6, 7, 6, 2.9.
oh
This,
yeah, for
we're
sure.
seeing downward trends now.
Well, that's good. We need to see some now the next big test is that spring market, and then will we actually see prices increase over last year? I don't know.
Well,
Based
the
on
average price, the average price is actually almost exactly the same as last year all the way along. Like we're not seeing huge jumps in that.
no, we're not. We're
All of
not.
the people on our comments telling us how it's going to crash, and you're going to see the biggest crash in history, and you're gonna, I don't know, man.
I'm almost getting sick of responding to them because it's just one out of 100 says, you know what, the market's not bad, but 99% of everyone's saying it's the big crash is coming and good on speculators and good on this. But, I don't wish bad harm on anybody, but, it's nice to
Well,
see.
and the other thing is that I think that there's two reasons for that. One, people, love the narrative of negativity. And we've noticed that over the year or, how long we've been doing this. And the other thing, I mean, I think everybody, um, people that actually own houses don't want it to crash. But
No,
people, but right? I mean, anybody that's invested
uh,
in real estate or own houses, they don't want it to crash. But
no,
you have the other people, that want everything to be more affordable and for everything to be, like I mean, the world and the costs and everything associated with building is just never going to go down to the levels they think it's gonna, because it just costs too much to build.
it is. And everything's just so expensive. I agree with you 100%. And I think now for affordability, I think that the feds need to make changes in the mortgage criteria the qualifying
They're
stuff
gonna, you watch, that's what
coming.
I was saying to
coming.
my mortgage guy.
Uh,
Like the biggest
coming.
difference in real estate that we've seen is when the feds change the rules. Either they tighten them or they loosen them.
Yeah,
Those are
listen,
the biggest dips that we see, like in 2017 and all, those are when you see giant shifts happen. And I think they thought that the interest rate was going to stimulate the market a huge amount, and it's not. It's stimulating it a bit, but we
yeah,
still have shit tons of inventory.
we do. And I still think some of these sellers, again, to me, this year's over in a sense, right? We're in the last neck of the race in a sense. So the
Oh,
spring market is what I'm eyeing to see what happens with the realistic sellers and the pricing, because I still think mispriced. So go through some of the, we're going to give a breakdown of,
yeah, you ready for this? 5 to 600, only 22 active, 12 sold,
yeah,
8 last year.
yep,
We're up 33%, but that's a low market anyway. Six
that's
to 700, 77 active, 35 sold.
okay.
So half, 30 last year, 17% up.
Okay.
Here's your big shocker between 7 and 8, 116, 52 sold. 34 last year, we're up 35%.
In transactions. Okay.
Yep. But I mean,
So
116 active and 52 sold, that's only a couple months of inventory in that price range.
yeah, and that 7-8 range has been pretty heavy in inventory for the last few months.
Yeah, so that's a good number there. 8 to 9, 113. We're actually down in that category by 10%.
And look at
29 last year, 26 this year.
yeah, so let me just get the calculator out here because my math sucks and I get my balls busted by everybody if the math is wrong.
I know.
So that's 23% of the inventory in the 8 to 9 range that's selling. So obviously there's some inventory. So maybe when we go through some of the listings, we maybe look at that range and kind of see why. I mean, we know why, a lot of inventory, but is it mispriced?
And
Probably.
9 to 1 million, 86 active,
Yeah.
22 sales, buddy. And
Yeah.
only 5 last year, up 77%,
Yeah.
which is only like now we only have like 4 months of inventory, which is a balanced market in that category.
And that's been a range that's been, usually triple digits in inventory. So, the right inventory come on, you know what I mean? There's some good pricing in that range. I've seen some listings sell in that range, and they were pretty well decently priced and they turned over. So, when there's a lot of inventory, maybe is some sellers could be looking at that and going, you know what? I need to make sure I'm aggressively priced for the market that we're in now. And maybe some did. We can't go after every listing, but that's a big jump from
That's a
five,
huge jump, man.
right? And considering that range has been extremely high, so it's ultra competitive in these ranges. High.
Hmm.
So
So, and this is the other that's the biggest change. The over 1 million, 164 active, 18 sales, 12 last year, still up 33%, but we're still not making a dent in that inventory.
we're not. That's been always sitting in that 175, 180 range
But the
consistently.
other ones, we're making a dent.
Yeah. So what would you tell sellers in the million and over range? Because I think this
Better be
the
bloody
next year,
competitive.
you got to be competitive. You have to be competitive, or you got to do some improvements because it is an ultra competitive range for inventory.
Hmm.
And will we see over 1 million sell more next year? Yeah, we should. Rates coming down, but I still wouldn't pass on the message for sellers to be real cocky and go, "Wow, rates are coming down, so this is my new price. If I get it, I get it. If I don't, I don't." I don't think that approach is right. The
Well,
approach
you
is to,
know what the other thing is too, Mark? Are the inventory levels coming down because people just decided to rent them out that didn't sell them?
there could be
That's-
some of that. And late in the year, I've talked to some people that want to move to Barrie and asked them how their sales go in other markets. We're taking off, getting close to the snow time, so we're taking off. We'll relist in the new year. Some of them would be that. Some of us are getting sick and tired of not of you're not getting anybody through or stuck in that price. Take it off the market. But look at the inventory numbers. It's so critical. We're giving all our viewers here the gold. And I hope some of them take this gold and go, hey, I need to look at this seriously if I want to sell in this over at a million range. To me, I think you should look at all the ranges, no matter just this, because there is some competition. And when there's competition, that buyer has a lot of choice. And my experience, and you can say, I don't know what you're going to say to this, but my buyers, when we're going out looking at whether it's a 7, 8 range or over a million range, we're going after the best of the best in price and how the presentation of the home.
Well, Mark, listen, I explained it to my niece like this. If there's 164 listings, I can't show 164 homes. So what do you think I'm doing? I'm going through and I'm just picking the best.
Picking the top 10. Let's go house.
And the top ones where their needs are met. If they want a pool, does parking matter? Do they need 4 bedrooms?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not showing close to 50, even 50.
No, no, God, no. Not
So
even close.
not
No,
normally. Sometimes you end up doing that, but normally they find something they love. And if
yeah,
you can actually get a handle on your client, you know what to show them.
100% you do. Yeah, you do.
So
So,
one thing I want to explain to people about the numbers, Mark. So see how it shows active, it's 578.
yep,
The reason for this, okay, say there was vacant land
yep,
and it was priced under 500,000.
right,
This over here, the numbers we're using over here is all the sales in Barrie.
correct,
This is condos and freeholds. This is everything in Barrie. When we
correct,
go over to do the breakdown, these are freeholds.
correct.
I
Yep,
should type that in. Freehold
type it in.
sales.
Yeah,
And the reason why this is because the Toronto board, you cannot put them together.
right, right,
They're total separate categories when you do the price breakdown.
right.
When
Yeah,
you do when their stats to show overall sales and overall numbers
yeah,
is everything.
yeah. I agree.
And the thing is, we started this spreadsheet a long, long time ago, and we have to do apples to apples. So we have to keep
Yeah,
those numbers from what they are putting out there. So it's totally correct, always the same. And
right.
that's all of Barrie.
No, 100%. No, because we get asked some questions on that, and
Well,
there's
Diane's numbers don't match.
we get that a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, they don't match for a reason. And we like this is just the whole market activity in the city. And this is the freehold breakdown. And we will do the condo breakdown. I actually have the condos already done as well, by the way.
yeah, good.
So we'll do the condo breakdown on its own.
Yeah, we do 2 separate videos.
Yeah.
Do you want to take a look at that? Go back to the inventory ranges to see what's on there. We,
Why can't I grab the little Dewey?
there we go. Which category do you want? We want to take a look at that. We saw the lower ranges. We've seen some good activity and stuff like that, but I wouldn't mind what's left on the 9 because that
Well,
was
the
such.
8 to 900 isn't moving.
Let's look at that. And we'll look at some other ranges. Let's see why. And we're going to go I'm only going to say 2 words in this. 3 words. Price well, price low, too high. That's all I'm going to say. Because I always say too high, so I'll just limit the conversation.
So here we show 115, but you guys, how much are here? 113.
There could have been some.
We're doing this today, not at the end of the month,
Okay.
right? So there's going to be a bit of a difference because we just didn't get the stats till yesterday from the Toronto board.
Yeah.
They didn't put them out there, right? So unfortunately, by the time we do the video, we're not always going to get the exact same number. Country Lane 809, 3+1 bed, 4 bath.
Okay. Pull the history on too, just because I always like to show the viewers to see 16 days of market. I think it's important. So yes,
Started 8/29, September 9th,
okay. Let's
down to
see if
8/09.
about 20K. How's it look? Square footage. Okay, bungalow. It's vacant. Predated. Pretty boring. Rooms are small. Hey?
I don't know. I mean, I think the biggest problem with this at 8/09 is the kitchen.
Yeah, it's too high. They're gonna get beat up on the price because of it. The old
And there's
tile.
and there's no separate entrance or anything like that,
I
or
don't think that's a big deal today, but I just think it's pretty boring in there. Get
it's
some
just a
staging.
standard bungalow. But I mean, in my neighborhood, a lot of them have sold for that.
Mm-hmm. Country Lane's a busy street too.
814, 900, three and
Oh, oh yeah,
three
there we go.
beds, three bath.
Look at the
River
days on
Ridge.
market. 194 days. Make sure we show that to the viewer.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back to that. Oh, yeah, dated as shit. You know
Dated.
what the problem is, Mark?
Well, it's too high.
Well, I'm gonna tell you something. Like, even in my neighborhood and on River Ridge Road, it's not oh, the basement's brutal
Yeah.
too.
Like this price is way too high for this property. Extremely high. If you're not getting action and you know what I mean, even the higher range, this range within 2 weeks, you're gonna get some showings right away.
The thing is, on River Ridge Road, if you put in 40, 50,000 or whatever, that is they're getting 9 on that road.
Yeah, well, they're not getting 9 for that. They're not even getting
Well,
8.
no, it's 814. But what people have to understand, when you have over 100 listings, if you need work, I'm not picking you because I can pick one that doesn't need it.
That's the thing with sellers need to know that. So why aren't the agents communicating and say, hey, we're kind of high here.
Because there's over 100 listings and there's a huge amount that need nothing. See, this is the same thing. Like, people have a choice. I'm not picking one I got to do work on. So
Things are
either you sell it lower or you hold on to it.
too high. Put some money into it or move on.
815, under 1,500 square feet, three bed,
Oh,
three bath.
that you know what, Dan, that's probably a 749 if it's a new build, eh?
That's a new build.
Yeah. Big semi-detached. Okay.
Little 819, three bed, three bath. And Little's a busy flipping street.
Yeah.
Here we go again.
Too high. Kitchen needs work.
Too much work. It's too much work. People are not going to pay when they can choose things. Like, we're going to start seeing things, you watch, that are
Hey,
beautiful.
let's put out to our viewers. I'm gonna go on a limb here and say that you list with us next year, because I think this year's done. We'll come in and we'll improve your presentation for free. If it needs paint, we'll do it. If it needs some carpeting, we'll do it. But the property has to be priced for the current market. It can't be priced at 60 grand above. But we can help with some presentation.
Hey, you watching?
It's just too much money. It's too much work.
Well, this one isn't a lot of work. 819, four bed, four bath. You watch. This is on Little, newer,
So Leslie,
or sorry, on Leslie. Hardwood. Nice lighting. The kitchen's nice, Mark.
the kitchen's okay. All right.
That's a quartz countertop. Look at the
Yeah.
backsplash. Eating kitchen, plus a dining area, plus a living room. This is not bad. But if I have to pick between this and the one before it, why the hell would I pick the one before it?
Right. I would have done this way, but yeah. Yeah, the price, not bad, but I think
Like, look at the basement. It's not bad.
it's not bad. What's the square footage on it? 819. Pull up the history to see. 13 days.
15 to 2,000.
Okay. What's the history? So it was a rental. So they clean it up.
They just listed it.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. That's a what if. It's hard to say. See the market says. I think anyone listing right now, better sharpen the pencil because you got 3 or 4 weeks to go. Where's this street? Coatman?
Yeah, in that
What's the
area.
price on it? We missed the whole price.
819.
How many days on market?
I don't know. I'm gonna check that after. This is dated. This is work.
Legal duplex as well.
This is work.
Well, it's vacant. The virtual staging
It's not a legal duplex.
says in the ad.
Well, then I don't know where
There it
the
is.
entrance. Well, I don't know how they manage that because an entrance can't go through their garage for a legal duplex. I learned that.
Could be a grandfather, but let's just see potential vacant. It is 1823, $1,800 a month. Hot water. I mean, yeah. No one wants those properties.
Well, the thing is, at 819, that doesn't cash flow. You're out to fucking lunch.
No, it's not gonna cash flow.
You're lucky if you get. I've had a bunch of legal duplexes selling the sevens.
Oh yeah, it's rare that you see them in the eights.
Oh
If a
boy,
walkout basement, they had some more above grade windows, you might have a shot. Maybe. And a bit better presentation. The backyard was cleaned up. Maybe. Maybe.
this is
But
a two or three plex on John Street, triplex,
yeah.
819, six bed, four bath.
And look at the rental market, how many listings. We did a video yesterday on it. So those investors thinking about it, go back to channels and check it out because there's 235 rental listings on the real estate board, Barrie.
Browning Trail, 819, 900, four bed, three bath, over 2,000 square feet. Dated.
Uh,
That's an old kitchen.
yeah, it's an old area.
Oi, oi, oi. But I can tell you, I went in and seen some of these a couple years ago,
Right.
on Browning. That's the high end area on Browning.
Right.
Oh, look at the backyard. It's a freaking giant hill. They were over $1 million
Yeah.
because the
Well,
houses are pretty big.
let's go one more and then hop over the $1 million range and see what the product's there.
Nicely, 820. Yowza.
It's too much money. It's too much money.
Well, this is not a big house. Look at that. That's the whole living area.
Too high. My favorite word's too high.
Well, yeah, too high. Especially in that area. Like
Yeah.
it's the same like mine. In my area, there's been some of my bungalows like mine, a little bit bigger, selling in the nines. But it all depends on the area you're in.
Yeah. Well,
Location matters.
the buyers, let's face it, they're going to go after the bells and whistles. They're going to go after the nice kitchens, the nice flooring, the nice light fixtures, decent floor plan and area.
Well, if I have that many to choose from, what the hell am I picking? I'm not picking the crappy ones.
Can't compete. Then you're going to get missed. They're
Yeah.
going to look at the decoy and they're going to go, okay, we don't. Now we saw what 819 really gets you in a nice area, nice upgrades, and then you go back and this is another 819 with no upgrades and maybe not the best area. You can just say areas, but it's just more of the upgrades in the floor plan.
Yeah. These are 9 to 1 million. Is that what you wanted to see?
$1 million and above. There's like less than 10% of the sales were in that category, 165 listings. Again, that's been so consistent all year long.
Yeah, well, we're gonna be sitting here all bloody day
We're
looking
not going through. Just go through four. That's it. I don't want you to go through them all. There's just no need. There's no need.
Valley Burke.
It's a new
Brand new
area.
build.
Yeah, I don't look at the kitchen. Like I
Well,
like
the
this.
thing is, to me, Mark, it's not that big.
It's not big. Look how small it is. There's townhouses with more cabinets than that.
I know. So you have your eating area here and then your living area there. Like it's not very big.
Not very big. Small, small, small.
These long and skinny houses, I hate them.
Yeah,
And they still got all the builder. Look at those little square
I know.
things.
Those were
Like
around 40 years ago when I was a kid.
spend $400 or $500. Oh, and they don't have mirrors up either. Spend $400 or $500, put some freaking lighting and some bling in there. Holy crap, Ola.
And these aren't professional pictures. It's really hard to navigate this layout in it. I like the location.
Oh, the stairs look steep.
I don't,
So are you telling me there's two units in here?
it's so confusing, Dan. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. There's no
I think
rhyme.
there is. Yep. Undeniable charm of the newly built duplex by Tiffany Homes.
What's the price on it?
Oh, owner plus tenant. $1,035,000.
No one's buying that. Okay.
5 bed, 4 bath.
No one's buying it. It's too high. It's narrow. There's the floor plan's terrible.
I know it's narrow. I don't know why. $1,038,000. This is newer too. But these people all paid a lot of money for these suckers.
Yeah, they're new. They bought them in 2022.
These are not very big.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No. No.
Nope. Those
All
are
right.
not big. 35 Jones Drive. I sold one on Jones. All these people. 4+2, 5 bed, 25 to 33,000 square feet, $1,050,000.
Not even close. Not even close. What I do recommend people is to go through the listings and see if you're thinking of listing, go through the detail in your price ranges where you believe to think where your price lands in. Look at what the competition is, look what the pricing is, and look at days of market. It's telling you a story.
This is a big house.
But you can find 50 of them.
Yeah, I know. That's the problem.
Better is. That's the problem.
Yeah, yeah. Like, yeah, there's so many of them.
I saw one in Cherry Hill got listed yesterday for $1,050,000 at the townhouse. Like, what are you thinking? $1,050,000. Things ain't worth 8.
Well, and to back up what you're saying, years ago when I started out, an agent that was kind of helping me out said to me that when he goes to listings, he shows everything on the market to
Yes.
them. And then he says to him, so where do you think your house fits in there? And he said 9 times out of 10, they're correct. Meaning they pick the price and they actually pick it okay.
That's not today.
No, and it isn't. And I'll tell you,
Yeah.
I've been to a bunch myself where I'm fighting with them, where they're telling me, well, that one isn't much better than mine and it got 900. And I'm like, well, it is much better than yours. It's got a full brand new kitchen. It's got all new bathrooms. It's got new flooring.
Yeah.
Well, my kitchen is, I picked it from the builder and it's good. Well, it's not what people want now.
Going after the best of the best. People are serious about selling today. Look and be patient and look through the inventory. Spend some time. Just don't pull a number from an air because it's just not that market.
Well, and
market next year as
be
well.
realistic, Mark. When you're looking at another house, when I'm looking at another house compared to mine, even if I wasn't a real estate agent, I could admit that that's way better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
100%.
you can't be emotionally attached or think, oh, well, mine's way better than that. If you have laminate and they have granite, theirs is better. If they have a fireplace and you don't have one, theirs is better. Okay. If they have a end unit townhouse and yours is a mid unit, theirs is better. Like there is basic things that appraisers take that they're just better. They're worth more value. If you back onto EP, you're worth more. If you have a double car garage instead of a single, you're worth more. You know what I mean? So when you and I are going and looking at that and we're adding up, okay, well, this is done and that's done and this is done and that's done. Like even when I had the appraisal on my house, my roof, my furnace, my AC, it's all within 5 to 6 years.
I'm gonna plug my computer because I'm losing juice.
My bathroom's been done, my kitchen's been done, everything is updated. That counts for something when you get an appraisal. If everything has to be redone, the value is way, way lower.
You got to
So
price it for what it needs. You got to take that in consideration when they're pricing this home. And I
it's
just,
not only that, Mark.
well,
That's my biggest pet peeve with people. Well, if you put $50,000 in my house, it'd be worth the same.
put it in.
Buddy,
People
that's
aren't
not
different.
it. You know what? If I got to put $50,000 into a house when I buy it, I need that in cash. I can't get that on my mortgage. Okay. If I can't do it myself, that also means I got to pay a contractor to do all this, which is going to be more money. And I need the cash. If I buy the house already done with all those upgrades in there, even if I'm paying 50 to 80,000 more, it's on my mortgage. I
Oh, I
don't
know.
need the freaking cash.
No, I know. I know. It's easier to go buy one done without everything that you want.
Yeah.
And those ones always sell good. We can go through lists of there that the presentation's there and it has a nice kitchen, it has this, that, and it's price, and you will get more money for that stuff. Buyers will pay for those upgrades.
Yeah.
They will. That's just
And,
a
and,
gift.
and my thing is, why am I going to buy one at 700 and put 50,000 into it? Now it's worth 750 and live in a bloody construction zone.
Disaster. I agree. Okay, well, I think we covered off some good points for people to sell, and I think keeping the price real and for the markets, the benefit thing, and look what it needs, assess it, get an
Yeah.
evaluation. Any realtor will give you one.
Yeah.
You just want an honest opinion. And
Yeah.
if you don't get an honest opinion, then get another realtor. It's not
Yeah.
hard.
Or put the for sale by owner on your lawn.
Oh God, don't do that. Anyway,
See how that goes for you.
yeah, if you want to give this information a like and share, and definitely follow for more information on the channel. We're pretty diligent in the videos. Okay, take care.
Perfect. See ya.